RAFFLE. Yeah, and you're late for the meeting, Mr. Admin.
Yes, my apologies.
Where do I make you the host? Oh, wait, I have to look for you. Okay. Okay.
Also, please, everybody, I'm gonna post a raffle form. Please fill that out to enter to win a $50 Amazon gift card.
100.
Oh, 100 this time. Cool, cool.
Okay. Okay. So basically, that is what I've created with my research. My research is on productivity in Gen Z or teens. Okay, like how to make them more productive. Okay, so social skills, there are 7 important social skills that they absolutely need, using their manners, eye contact, and everything. And also communication skills are very important. How they learn to, how do they really listen? How do they express what they feel? And letting others know how you feel is very important. A lot of children, they struggle with that because they're afraid as to how the other party is going to react. Okay, so that's why they stop communicating. But here, when you teach them those skills, then it's like a math, right? You learn the formula. So that's why public speaking courses are very, very important. Not everybody is a born communicator, right? So there are different levels of it. Even I wasn't a born communicator. I had to learn the skill, right? So those are the skills that you need to teach them well in advance, because they need to express themselves in school, build a rapport with the teacher, with their friends and everything, right? And also understanding the other people's beliefs. You might not agree with it, but you just don't go fight about it. Then assertive communication. Your teacher missed out on putting in your grade, right? But that's a way of asking it. You don't sit down, oh my God, I'm so afraid. No, you've got to be assertive and making new connections, right? Making new connections is extremely important in the high school year and the middle school year, because there's so many opportunities. So the thing is, you're building these blocks. Everything is very important in high school, but you can't wait until high school to develop them. You've got to start doing that in early ages, okay? Then family communication. How do they communicate with the uncles, aunts, parents, grandparents, cousins, and academic and career communication? When they get to the middle and high school, they have to speak to the counselor, establish a relationship with them. So that is why communication skills are very important. Okay, next I'll tell you about the learning style. So there are 4 main learning styles. One is visual, of course. Auditory, they like to hear things. They read and write, they take notes. And next is the kinesthetic skills, which is using your fingers, doing experiments, using your fine motor skills. Your gross motor skills are lifting weights or like moving around, running. Fine motor skills are your fingers. So that's very important. Now, being in coronavirus pandemic, they've not been using their fingers, they're not kinesthetic, and that's extremely important. Their brain energy and power is connected. That's the way they learn. The experimentation, it needs to be started well in advance. If you see, like, boys, they like to build blocks, they like to do this, like to do experiments. So all those things are very, very important in learning. So most of my summer courses and classes are kinesthetic. You will see that they will actually be cutting and sticking and doing some structures and everything. See, they're learning there. You just can't put them in front of the computer and say, oh, sit down and learn, put it on your ears. No, they've got to move, and that's the way they learn. Okay, so kinesthetic learner, like I said, they need like physical motion and all. And if you have to be a dentist or a surgeon or an architect or anything, you need good fine motor skills. It's not just IT as a profession, right? Children can explore anything that they like. So in order to do that, they have to be kinesthetic. Okay, next I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, which is the IQ levels. Okay, so basically these are the range of the IQ levels that are there. I haven't specified. The IQ levels 130 and above is supposed to be far more superior and at a genius level, right? And there is relationship between IQ and performance in school. Like everything that you do, you need to flex your brain, right? But there are a lot of distractions that come in the way, especially especially the screen time and everything, the YouTube videos, the video games and everything. So they've not had an opportunity to flex their brain. It's like continuously hit by the dopamine, right? Why is video game addictive? I mean, I have a whole presentation for that. That's for another day. And I'll tell you why children are addicted to video games. It's because every time they play a video game, this dopamine, which is a chemical that's secreted in the brain, and it makes them feel happy and elevated, right? It's like a drug, cocaine. So that is what it does it. So it's like instant gratification, right? So that's why children are weird towards it. But there is a way of getting that same dopamine effect, instant gratification with other kind of activities. So that is where I've introduced all these things. Okay, so any questions about IQ? There are different measurements for IQ. Our Pennsylvania does WISE 4. So they get into a gifted program and everything. And I'll explain about that as well, because I've spoken to teachers. I've read a lot of research journals about the gifted program, and I'm not going to distinguish children. I'm not going to say that if you're in the gifted program, you're exceedingly smart or anything. I'm just introducing you to the concept. Okay, so let's talk about IQ and why it's important. So elementary and middle is a place where you focus on activities to increase your IQ. Okay, right from grade 5, I'm sorry, when they are 5 years old, you can do board games like Connect 4, Hoppers, and all that stimulates their thinking. Right? So that is what is important. So what is the difference between a gifted child and an average child? Right? So a gifted child needs 1 to 3 repetition to learn content, but an average child needs 5 to 8 repetition. So it's not like they're not smart, but they just need more repetition to learn content. So if you sort of work on your thinking skills and work your thinking skills and flexing your brain is going to contribute to your IQ, and it will contribute to school performance. Okay, you can't just say get better grades without using your brain, right? Your brain needs to be sort of trained. It's like a new puppy that you get during the COVID, right? A lot of people have got puppies, I didn't. So you need to train that puppy, right? The puppy is not going to overnight start listening to you, right? So in order to do that, you've got to teach the puppy. It's going to make mistakes. You're still going to constantly teach. So that is what this program is all about, flexing your brain. Okay, so what are some of the ways to enhance IQ? One is memory activities, puzzles, word problems, complex cognitive activities, also enhancing your executive functioning. Like I mentioned, those 11 skills, like activities that will help them focus, right? You have to get them away from those video games, which is a challenge. I'm going to have another session where I'll provide you strategies and make them literally work on other things, right? And it does not have to be math and things. We have activities which they will automatically be drawn to. It is going to give them the same dopamine effect as a video game because they're doing something, they're creating something. Oh, I have to tell you, there are 2 ways of getting your dopamine high. One is by consumption, which is video games, Netflix, YouTube videos. Another is creation, right? Right now, I have dopamine flooding in my body because I'm living my passion and I'm doing something creative, right? So that's equivalent to taking a drug or something, right? So when I was in my positive psychology course, I came in touch with another person who was doing research in Canada all about dopamine. So she shared a lot of articles with me, and that's where I learned that dopamine is secreted with creation. And this is what I'm aspiring here to do, is to get your child to get that same dopamine effect and flex their brain muscle. Got it? So you can do brain teasers, visuospatial reasoning. This is something that I learned from the gifted teacher in my son's elementary school. So the first time around, when my son was in first grade, he didn't make it to the gifted program. And I asked the teacher, hey, how is it that I can develop IQ or everything? And she told me many things, like they need the spatial reasoning, like meaning like how to distinguish between different shapes, space, visual thing. She told me a lot. It was quite a few years back. So that stuck with me. And at that time, there was no Amazon, right? Good for that. And there were a lot of teacher resource stores at that time. Amazon killed them. There were also secondhand bookstores. So I went and visited every single one of them, and I picked up a lot of workbooks. I ordered a lot of board games like tangrams and a lot of puzzles, word searches and everything. And I made my son do it 20 minutes every day, every single day. My younger son still does that. So that is some routine that I follow, is they have to come on the kitchen table and work on those critical thinking skills. So that's important. Verbal reasoning also is very important. And also, let me tell you something. English is also related to IQ. English is more logical. That's what I learned in my executive functioning course, is that learning English is not just like creative or anything, it's more logical, right? And also kinesthetic activities enhances your IQ because you're so engrossed in that activity, right? So you're thinking, solving how to do that. Then musical instruments, singing, all that, and frequent reading. So these are some of the ways you can enhance a child's IQ. Any questions about IQ? Please do that, okay? Please answer your question. I'm sorry, write down the question. So basically, our summer camps are geared towards enhancing your child's IQ, your executive functioning skills. Of course, not all 11 skills are going to improve here. They're going to, their focus is going to improve metacognition, short-term memory, flexibility. They're going to do that. They're going to enhance their learning styles, their critical thinking, logical reasoning. So that is the cornerstone of my teaching. Okay, so what is the theme of this summer? It's flex your brain. Yes, we're going to flex our brain, right? Okay, so let me start with our elementary course offering. Public speaking, like I mentioned, communication and social skills are extremely, extremely important. And it's never too early. Last year, I conducted public speaking. This year, I'm not. I'll tell you the tutor who did. I had a 5-6-year-old. This kid used to sit there and he would speak, okay? He would raise his hand and he will speak, okay? It was so nice. Then after the class, his mom said that he misses being there because of the social interaction. It's sort of an environment where they can make mistakes, right? In a school, they really are afraid that somebody's going to tease them. But here you can make mistakes. There's an instructor who's going to give you an opportunity to learn, to teach you those skills. So that's something that's important. Please don't assume that they should be born speakers or born communicators. It always helps to gain more technique. I myself had to gain. I'm still learning. So just expose them to that. Okay, then of course, next is critical thinking. So the skills that your child is going to develop in this course is, of course, IQ, logical reasoning, thinking, problem solving. I'm going to come to who is going to teach. Trust me, I had to bribe a lot of instructors. I had to beg them to come and take this class because this critical thinking was something that has always been my passion, right? You just can't ask a child, here, take this workbook and solve problems, right? No, you need a sort of an instructor to sort of go over them. Once they gain the confidence, you continue during the school year with resources that you continue with that. So that is why I got this tutor. She's a crazy math genius. She has to prepare 5 hours before the class to come out with the worksheets because I have demanded that much from her. So it's going to be an exclusive class. My children have been learning from her. My sons, my older one, my younger one still goes to her. He learns geometry and he's not in this class because he's already been learning from her. And of course, my favorite. Okay, so the thing about experiments and building is doing something out of ordinary, right? Out of ordinary stuff, right? You don't need like expensive tools. So I have this crazy instructor. He is going to teach how to build cars and everything using a mousetrap. Okay, so what are the skills that your child's going to use? Is the kinesthetic skills, like I mentioned, the fine motor skills. Of course, it's something that they're going to create. They're curious, and let me tell you, children are automatically curious. Okay, this Gen Z, they are super intelligent. Okay, they can grasp things like this. It's this generation. They constantly need to be stimulated and learning. That's why they're so addicted to all these devices, because of their superior intelligence, but their attention span is 8 seconds, which is too less. So that is why you need to constantly keep stimulating them. So that is one thing that we have for elementary. Then we have this elastic launched gliders. Again, you will be, one thing is, parents, please don't be lazy. These are supplies that you can get from Walmart. Okay, just make a little bit of effort and go and get these supplies. I will send you the link for everything. It's a marvelous course. Okay, last year, this guy taught, I'm going to show you what he taught. And I was so excited, and I wanted everybody to learn. So I bought supplies for all my neighboring children, and I went to their house and delivered it, right? So that is the kind of things. It was so rare that you can't find this anywhere. Okay, so, and yeah, and these are all part of the Science Olympiad. Okay, so this guy who's teaching, he's been in the Science Olympiad numerous times, and he trained his brother to he got into MIT, and he keeps saying, oh, my brother got into MIT because he aced the Science Olympiad. Okay, then we have an animal science class. Again, it's taught by the same guy. He's going to teach about species exploration, marine biology, fisheries, sciences, everything. So your child is also going to enhance their general knowledge, their exploration and curiosity. I mean, growing up, we didn't have Wikipedia or internet. We had to read encyclopedias, right? So that's an art that's totally lost, is like enhancing their knowledge. Okay. Okay, of course, we have arts. That is the right side of the brain. The creative side needs to be enhanced as well. I've not listed here, but I have a lot of art programs. They're offered by 2 instructors. One is Padma, another is Somang himself, who teaches all the Science Olympiad classes. Okay, now we are going to middle school. Any questions about the elementary offering, please type away. Okay, so I have this very interesting course, which is the artificial intelligence course. So you don't need to know any programming language. I have a fantastic instructor. This is more for the middle schoolers. So this is a wonderful program that they're going to learn all about machine language and everything. Of course, this improves problem solving and analytical skills and IQ. And they can continue with this project. And I want to tell you that many years back, a kid came to my camp where he learned Java. He was very young. He was too talkative. He was so disruptive. We were all so mad with him. But then I met him again, and he came and said, oh, Auntie, I was in your Java class, remember? Oh, you know what? I liked it so much. I've started teaching now. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So you don't know what your child likes until you expose them to it, right? So I see a lot of parents saying, oh, my son or daughter cannot concentrate on anything. He just gives up. It's all right. They have to try until they figure out what the sweet spot is, right? What is it that they like? Right. My older son has figured out, my younger son hasn't, but he's still going to keep trying to figure out what is that they like, the passion that it takes. So I have this wonderful instructor. I'm going to give his introduction in a bit. Okay. Next, again, we have the public speaking, which is the different age level. It's by the same instructor. She runs a wonderful program. She's Dale Carnegie trained. Okay, and also let me please warn you about this public speaking class. There are a lot of instructors who think they can speak, and they just become like, they start classes. Please, they should have been certified in certain way of teaching. And Dale Carnegie, Tony Robbins, just because they've gone to like Toastmasters doesn't, I'm not against it, please, but Toastmaster doesn't teach you the skill. You just practice it. Okay, so the basic foundational skills that need to be taught. So please make sure that your instructor is properly qualified. Ask them for the qualification, right? So my instructor is qualified in the Dale Carnegie method of public speaking and communication. Of course, critical thinking level 2, this is going to be significantly harder. Right, it's by the same instructor, Neelima, and I'm going to tell you that. She's going to give your kids a ton of worksheets, and please don't complain that your child couldn't solve them. The point is not that your child has to solve them. We don't want your children to solve the problem. We want them to work at the problem, apply themselves. It has to be significantly harder, okay? And if they're frustrated, then it's a good thing. They are putting in their effort. Okay, so that's all right. It's going to be hard, but that's how you flex your brain, right? If something's so easy, your brain's just automatically going to do it in cruise control. We don't want that. We want to push the envelope. We want to push the levels to reach, achieve that. And I can't emphasize enough. And I in a different presentation, I'm going to tell you about the math track that is there. Okay, so you have 3 different college level courses in math that you need to finish, right? So in order to do that, you need to be performing at a really high level, right? There's AP Calculus, BC, AB, Statistics, Pre-Cal, all that, and Algebra, you sort of finish it off in the middle school. So these build towards it. It's mathematical based, but it's still solving problems. Okay, and of course we have the Science Olympiad BALSA. Okay, so basically it's BALSA building. So you will have to buy these BALSA sticks. They're available in Walmart or Hobby Lobby or anywhere. Anyone who is enrolling in this class who's near me, please, I want to give away all these BALSA. So sorry, it broke. This is what my son built last year. So it's broken. So you build structures about with these BALSA sticks. I'm sorry, it was last year. It's broken. So this is part of the Science Olympiad. So what happens is the instructor will teach you, and mathematically you need to build structures. This is one of the homework that he gave last year. I hope you can see it. Okay, so you will have to do these, your children will have to do these kind of homeworks, like calculate how to build a Bhumi liver, trust, a bridge, everything. As you can see, he gives a lot of homework. So you're flexing your brain, of course. I've been using it 10,000 times the word. It's building your IQ, your kinesthetic skills, your logical and thinking skills. And also, these are some of the supplies that we had from last year. You're going to do some cutting, you're going to do some crazy gluing and everything. So it's a fantastic, and he did something with a bucket. I don't know what he did, but I don't quite remember. So this is one of the best classes. So if you see here, these are the structures that the children will be building. So it's all part of the Math Olympiad competition that you can go to as well. Okay, and again, you have the mousetrap car building, right? There are there are videos on the product page that you can go over. A minute. Any questions, please type away. Yes. Okay, and of course the elastic launch gliders. If you go on the product page, there's a 1-minute video about doing it. So it's it's only 4 classes. So it's like such a wonderful thing, like all these science experiments and everything. When I was young, back in India, I mean, we used to have all these science exhibitions that we used to participate, build volcanoes with things oozing out, right? I don't see that happening a lot here with the kids, and that's what I wanted to build. Make mistakes, like break things, but just build something, like keep doing something. Okay, and of course, arts. There are a lot of options there. Somang is going to teach one class, which is contemporary art. He's going to teach different kind of arts and crafts. I grew up doing arts. My mom would put me in all kinds of classes. Satin flowers. I learned tailoring. I got certified in tailoring. It was so wonderful. I learned tanjore painting. I learned fabric painting. I had a fabulous childhood, and I have to credit my mom for it. She would go look for all kinds of courses and put me in it. So that's something that I want to recreate, and I do that with my children and with the other students as well. Summer is for fun. It's for being creative, yet not losing your skills and becoming so dumb that you forget about everything that you've learned, right? So you need a good blend of creativity, logic, physical activity. I used to put my sons in all kinds of activities, like sailing, camp, basketball. So they need physical activities as well. So that's important. Okay, and of course, we have volunteering opportunities. I have a nonprofit, which is called Inspire Youth. And please let me warn you, if you are looking at a volunteering effort, make sure that it's not started by some high school student. They are good, yes, but you need, as a middle school and elementary school kid, I would recommend you going into volunteering opportunities that's run by adults. Okay, because I see a lot of people posting, they want to just fundraise, right? What can a child fundraise, right? I'm not into sort of asking the children to fundraise, okay? So I will be conducting a lot of activities for volunteering. Your children can just come and they will be given those kind of hours. I have a lot of senior students who'd like to present like their project on AI or robotics or anything, and your students can participate. Okay, and then meditation, right? Life is stressful as it is. I was just listening to how daily stresses causes flight or fight, right? So I'm a meditation instructor. I'm constructing a free 5-day course. So you're free to join. I will send the details, but everything is available on my website. It'll say out of stock, but please click on that. There will be a form that you can fill up. When the course is ready, I'll let you know and you can participate in that. Okay, my favorite part, my instructors, my gems, my diamonds. Okay, so here he is, Ram Prasad. He has like tons of reviews on Udemy. He successfully runs Udemy courses, but this is an instructor-led course. He's in Atlanta. I have to pretty much beg him to come and take AI course. He's taking our high school AI course, which is like a project research, and a middle school course. So that's fantastic. I mean, your student can participate in this, then I'll give them an opportunity to come and present it in my volunteering thing. They can do that, and all the details are on the page. Next is Neetu Rishi. Like I mentioned, she's the founder of Success Door. She runs a lot of youth programs. She runs Dale Carnegie programs, and she's the one who's going to run the public speaking courses. I usually used to do that. But this year, my plate is filled with the high school students because I'm running high school seniors. It's been a crazy critical year. So my focus is more on the high school students. Okay, and here it is, Saujanya. She goes by Neelima. I have to really thank her for being such a wonderful math teacher and a very, very dedicated teacher. Okay, she taught my older son, and my younger son has been with her for 8 years. Okay, so he completed Algebra 1, Algebra 2. He's going to be doing geometry in summer. He's in 8th grade. So anybody in my neighborhood knows her. So I begged her to create this critical thinking problem as, this whole thing, but she also runs algebra, geometry, SAT. She just breathes and eats math. I mean, any new tool, she will have it. So she's going to use the AOPS and a lot of resources to create the class and the worksheets. She'll give a lot of homework. Okay, and she's very strict. Okay, so Somang, he's a Korean, he's a pharmacist. Okay, and he takes all the science Olympiad classes and also the art. Here are his few things that I have here. So he's a science Olympiad winner. So these are some of the pictures. This is some of the structures that you'll be building, the BALSA model. And these are the the elastic gliders that your children will be building. Okay, and he's a fantastic artist as well. And I have to show you some experiments. Okay, so the first class, in his art class, you just need to get a pencil to see what you like about. He's a fantastic teacher as well. Okay, so some of the experiments, oh, I have to get to that. So some of the experiments that he has done is right here. So he's a great science teacher and an artist. Oh, yeah, right here. You see, he does all these crazy inventions, spoon for diabetes and all that stuff. So he is he's the main instructor for the Science Olympiad. Oh, okay, so the price comparison, I just want to show you what the price comparison is. So public speaking by Capital Debate is about $1,700. Logic and Leadership Virtual Academy is $350. But our price, the middle school is $225. The elementary is $200. But I have a surprise waiting for you just for attending this session. You're going to get further discount on the courses, and it's exclusively for the attendees. People who've not attended today will not have access to this pricing, and of course you will be eligible to win a raffle. Okay, so the AI bootcamp, the comparative one in ID Tech, is about $400 a week. Kids about it's $600. Here it's $275, and you will get further discount being here today. And I'll announce the coupon code that you can apply, which will be valid only for today. Okay, so how do you register? You go to Gifted Gap. Nina, did you post the website?
Yep, posted it. Let me post it again.
Yeah, post the website, please. Yeah, so this is the website. Again, like as parents, our experience has changed, right? We're the Amazon world. We like to have things which are more efficient. So my whole website is built like an e-commerce website. So all the classes are available here. The first section is high school. Then the middle school, you have all these things that you can apply. All the course details are here, the dates, the timing, the duration, the instructor, and everything. Then all you need to do is like any e-commerce site, you go there, you check out. I'm just going to show you. Oh, why isn't it doing it? Oh, God, view card. Okay, so you basically go here. You can apply any coupons that you like. You just remove these products that you don't like. Okay, so I put too many things inside. It's like exactly an e-commerce website. I will give you the coupon codes that will work. You can check out everything on the website. And another thing that I wanted to tell you is we have a very, I believe in making things simple. Right? If you have too many steps or you make it complicated, it's most likely you're not going to do it. Right? So all our learning management system, as soon as you register, you will be given access to Kajabi. That is our learning management system. Like all my instructors will be posting the homework there. The Zoom will be recorded so that in case you want to replay and do it, it will be there. So, and you can send questions to the instructor, get in touch with them through Kajabi. And parents also, of course, you can log in and see your children's progress, what is being taught, and everything is on Kajabi. Okay, so I'm sorry. So for attending the event, you're going to get $25 off of any product that you buy. So you need to put this coupon code summer25 in the checkout, summer25 in the checkout, and you can avail this coupon for every single product. And this is only for people who are here. Other people don't know that, and it expires tonight. Okay, so it is raffle time. You're going to get $100 for attending this session. So Ninad, do we have everybody that, okay, don't announce it, but make sure you have taken everybody's email. Has everybody entered? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start answering the questions. What questions do we have?
But would you like me to see the raffle first? Show off raffle.
The questions first.
Okay, questions first. Okay. One question was, how do we find the IQ? Is there a free test?
Okay, so that's a good question. Rather than finding the IQ on your own, you can request the school to do it. That is a much better test because they have access to WISE-4 and other kind of tests, and they have to administer the IQ when requested by the parent. I don't know which school, which state you are in, but most of the states mandate that a child be tested, and don't think that the teacher only has to recommend an IQ, the parent can as well. So it's better because the IQ tests online are not very accurate, and it's not time bound. Your child is not going to be very focused and concentrated. Doing it in school because they have a psychologist, it's a multiple things. So it's good that you get it done in the school.
Okay. The next question is, are these middle school courses 1 hour sessions?
1 hour, yes, but I'm not so sure about the AI course. It might get extended like beyond an hour. Yeah.
Okay. The next question.
Yes. So that is why we have Kajabi. Like if a child misses, so Kajabi, let me just show you. I'm sorry. Let me just show you Kajabi. So basically your child will have access to this learning management system. Okay, so I haven't set it up completely because the instructors have to go in and put everything. So you will see all the course details, the Zoom recordings will be uploaded as well, right? So basically everything is managed here. I spent a lot of money in getting this. It wasn't cheap, but I like I said, I believe in the experience of the children, right? Of the children, of the parents, right? Learning has to be like that. Like for example, animal science, he's going to post everything in there. It's not populated yet, but you will be given an access as soon as you buy your product to go into Kajabi. If you haven't gotten it, we will send you the access. So all your information will be here, videos will be here, everything will be here. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah. Is it volunteering in person or virtual for the volunteering?
Everything's virtual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, any other questions? Yeah. Okay, you want to run the raffle?
Sure. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I'll stop sharing, yeah. Oh yeah, did I do the contact info and everything? Hold on a minute. Let me just finish that, do that. Can I just share my screen? Ninad?
Yeah, you can share your screen. I can do it after.
Okay, so apologies, guys. Everything is available on the website. Am I sharing my screen?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, you disabled it. Can you?
I enable it. Sorry. Oh, also one other question is how many hours every week are the middle school courses?
All the details are available on the website. So I don't have the answer at the moment. Okay, so everything is available, the session details and all. I don't quite remember. My team and I put it together and we have quite a few products. We have everything here. If you want to book a call with me, it's a 15-minute call that you can freely book if you have any questions. And all the details are fairly here. You want to look at the instructor bio, it's here. You want to look at the reviews for all the instructors, it's all here. So that is what I have so far. And if it says waitlist, go in there. There will be a form that you can fill out and we'll let you know when things will be available. So everything is sort of available on the website. Okay, so any other questions regarding this? Okay. Yep. Right. Yeah, we do know that your child may miss 1 or 2 sessions, but all our instructors are going to post. I know that last year when the kids were small who joined the elementary public speaking, they would go over the Zoom recording to do their homework and everything. So yeah, that's available as well. So this is my contact info. Of course, you must have got like gazillion emails out of spammed you to the core. You must be like bored of me. But here is my contact info in case you have any further questions. Okay. Okay, Nina, do you want to share your screen and announce the raffle?
Yep. Let me share my screen. All right. So the winner of the $100 raffle is Kirti Govind. Congratulations.
Okay. Do you have her email? Is she here?
Yep.
Is she here? Kirti, can you unmute yourself? We have to make sure that you are in this.
Hi, Jyotsna, I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank
Nina,
you.
her email.
This is wonderful information, what you gave.
Thank
I
you.
think I'll enroll my middle schooler.
No problem. And yeah, I will have a lot of webinars for the children. I have productivity webinars for them. I have a point system. I have everything just to make children productive, like torture them. Of course, I'm just kidding. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, I'll give back 10 minutes of your time. Ninat, do you have keep these